Hello everyone and welcome to Day Job. I am your host Code Marvelous, and today we are going to be doing a deck I found on Netrunner DB. It's in the show notes below. It's made by Shayuga. It is a grindy PU deck, and we're going to see how we do. A lot of the corp decks that I'm working on are edits that I'm helping other people with, so I don't want to be playing those decks on stream. So let's go ahead and find ourselves a game. So while we're waiting for an opponent, we've got the Obokatas, we got the Feetals, we got Shocks, we got Synth and DNA modification, and we have all but one ice is AP. We got Arc Lockdown if we manage to get a breaker. Got Friends in High Places to bring the synths back. And we got money. We got targeted marketing for things like Foam Critic or Key Breaker, or like a Net Shield if we think they got that. And we got Hokusai Grids. Notably, there is no bioethics in this deck. Let me take a look and see if there's any deck edits I would make. I mean, it looks pretty solid. And it's already pretty ice light. I can't imagine how we would possibly fit bioethics into this. We'll see how it goes, then we'll talk about making potential changes. Alright, we're still super zoomed out from the game I had yesterday. I guess we can keep this. So I think we put that on R&D, put that in a remote, and we end the turn. Morning Seeds, happy Friday. So let's draw. Let's put the Cortex lock on HQ and let's gain a buck. So there's the film critic. That's not the best. But this is why we have voter intimidation. So I'm going to be cheeky. I'm getting more and more interested in net damage decks. I accidentally rezzed that. I think I've mentioned this on the stream before, where I always see these Jinteki decks floating around, but I don't see a ton of them having done like super well at tournaments. So I'd love to know like how people are doing. Our opponent is tearing through their deck, which I'm pretty okay with. We gotta start rushing. We gotta get while the getting's good. Grindy McGrinderson. If they let us have this Obokata, things are gonna get real weird. We haven't done a single net damage to them. Oh, there it is. I guess since not automated. And you doing swapsies? Oh, famine a data ward or a data mine. Oh my god, we got the voter intimidation. We can't do it. We'll have to do it on the next one. Just grinding it out. There's the other film critic. If they hit a shock, they just lose. Good game. Let's find another one. But yeah, anybody? Jinteki? Somebody want to be my Jinteki sensei? What do you name for targeted marketing? Yeah, I know. I missed the kill there. If that's what you're referring to. Ah, Temujin. That was a better one. Some petals. Yeah, just tear through that deck for me. Let's draw. Let's gain a couple bucks. We're in no hurry. That Yogg floating around is not great for us, though. The synth data modification makes it slightly better. I don't know if we're on DLR with Solset Slums in play. Maybe they just think that they can always get a successful run. Yeah, Libs is a good call. Yeah. I love having people watch my games. I always appreciate when all of you come in to watch me play. But please, 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 please do not heckle the person I'm playing against. Yeah. A lot of times I find people critiquing my opponent's play while they're playing against me, and it's not so much any kind of advantage that they're gaining that I care about. It's more so that I want to make sure that they have a fun game. You know what I mean? Like I always tell people, if you have that kind of feedback for somebody, ask if they'd like to hear it at the end, and if they say yes, hang out until the end of the game and let them know then. Right? Our opponent is doing a fantastic job of decking themselves. If I manage to get Arc Lockdown, we're going to Arc Lockdown for Yogg, because that solves a lot of our problems. Let's draw. Let's put that on HQ. I want to bluff that as an advanceable trap. We have no urgent desire. Yeah. There was a gentleman who came to my charity tournament who I think ended up coming in third or fourth. And, you know, he was a newer player. He had a great time. And he got off stream after being on stream twice because he kept fluctuating up and down between the top table. And he was just like, I can't do it. Can we please not have me on stream anymore? It's freaking me out. And, which is fair. Hit the shock. Oh, you can't steal it? Let's draw. Let's put that Lotus on HQ. And... oh, I got a Deja. Mwah! Delicious. I'll let you in. Alrighty. I want to see if they run that to check to see if it's the synth. Let's see you yog that. Oh, net ready eyes. That's pretty good. These overdraws are brutal for our opponent, though. They are tearing through their deck, and they're getting to the point where since they don't have Film Critic, I don't think that there's a way that they're going to be able to steal enough agendas to win the game. We're getting into that territory now, if you know what I mean. And now the Arc Lockdown comes. But we can still Arc Lockdown. Probably MK. They have probably 2 Desperados, which is 6. That's 8. This is 3, so that's 11. They could potentially have a Levy. You're right. Oh, they ran it. The dream is real. Ooh, the Blue Moose, their late game economy are now both gone. I knew what you meant, buddy. Oof. That shock hit. Now they can't steal Obacadas without dying. We really need to get the synth data modification. If this last card is a levy, can you imagine how rad that would be? I don't know why they're running here. They're gonna die. This is surprisingly powerful. Is the chat replay coming up, by the way? Yes, it is. I would like to take this opportunity to give a special thank you to everybody who supports the channel. Without everybody's help, we wouldn't have gotten to the point where we're doing the deck club. But I would like to give a special thank to Matthew Bruner, Andrew Bancroft, Kyle Urbach, Paul Gillibrand, Chairman Hero, Dan Faria, C. Kirk, Chris Brez, and Lori Plant. But without you and all of my other patrons, we wouldn't be doing all the things that we're doing, and I really appreciate it. The support really helps me expand the equipment for the channel, and it also helps me just know that the community appreciates what I'm doing and really motivates me to keep doing it. Okay, we are ready to arc lockdown some shit. Good luck, have fun. Alright, let's draw. R&D, gain a buck, pitch the shock. I'm pretty okay with that turn. And then, surprise, Siphon and Haley. No, but they'll probably get that Jackson. That Jacko Draco. Yeah, let's just do that. Get a breaker out of there. Maybe that's... a player after my own heart. Look at that pawn shop. Delicious. Let's draw. Gotta get while the getting's good. My only regret is that I had bonitis. I was so busy being an 80s guy that I forgot to cure my bonitis. The best part about all these Jinteki agendas is I don't care about icing HQ. Because I'm like, sure, you can have a 2-pointer for 3 cards and 2 credits. It's brutal. Ottman. Oh, this is a Cypher deck. Let's draw. Let's gain some bucks. Let's put that in server 1 like the cheeky people that we are. We can actually put the ice in there because I can friends it back out. When rotation hits, I'm probably gonna start playing more of my like clan arc and my noise, to be completely honest. And also my smoke is not very much affected. Use the pull-up on that just to find. Oof, we got all 3 copies of Professional Contacts, which I'm guessing is probably their primary draw engine. That's very tough. Sorry there hasn't been a lot of impromptu streams this week. I've been getting the shit kicked out of me at work, so I haven't had the energy that I normally have. But I appreciate everybody still stopping by. For all of this nonsense. Fan sites. Alright. We need more better ice. I did that wrong. Let's draw. Let's put an I key on a new remote. And put a data mine in front of it. Well, yeah, because we want our opponent here is playing a little bit more careful, so we want to make it very difficult for them to get rid of this synth DNA modification. I feel bad for our opponent in this situation because the RNG took the Procos from them, and when you put Proco in your deck, your entire deck is built around that card. So that's a very tough scenario for them to now be in. We've all been there where like a key draw piece or a key econ piece gets taken out by net damage and your deck is just hamstrung. This card is blank, though, and I don't really like that. I want to maybe replace that with the Swordsman. Because, oh, now it'll... There's the Cypher. So there's 2 memory units now, so that's turned back on, which is really good. I mean, it's going to get parasited away. There's almost certainly a levy in here that we need to hit. And we need to get that Lotus on R&D. The good news is that Parasite is now gone. We're not going to res anything else, and we're going to arc lock down it next turn. So we're going to put that down on R&D. We're going to gain a buck. And we're going to arc lock down Parasite. And we're going to say get wrecked. I mean, things are still going to get weird. That feels bad. We need more money. Is this still a viable card? And if so, I guess we just do this and we say levy. And then let's get some ice on HQ. What a tense game. Let's draw. Then let's vote or intimidate. Don't play one. What an interesting deck. I really like the deck that this person's got going here. I like it a lot. Losing that Parasite slows them down quite a bit, though, because with the exception of Nanotech, because they're using Cypher, they're only going to really be able to break one ice efficiently a turn. Okay, so they're at full MU by design. We need to get rid of this. We need to put that on R&D, put that in front of it, and put that in server 2. You gotta try to just grind stuff out. We're probably gonna lose here, but we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta try to make it work. Yeah, we're in rough shape. We need that. We need that. And I want the snare back in there. Of course, that's the first thing we draw. Levy. And then put this in server 1. That stinks. That's basically game. Yeah, I don't think we have an out now. So now we actually do have score out potential, because we have the Lotus Field, which can't be dropped. Okay, so now they're just going to wait until we deck, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, they RFG'd Levy by playing it. So I don't actually think they can get in now because they used their SMC. Yeah, we lose here. We tried. We tried hard. So we ended up being 2-1. That's not terrible. I just really wanted to pick that Levy. That's what I wanted. Wanted that Levy out of their hands. So, for everyone who's not a patron, at the end of this month, you're going to get to see the videos of the live stream. We are going to be starting off. We're going to do net damage decks, and we're going to do 3 different identities for net damage. But that's this month's project. So we're going to see how that goes. All right, let's take a look. Let's do a little retrospective here. I like this. I don't know how I feel about the snare, though. I almost want another synth DNA modification. Am I crazy? I don't know. It's kind of tough. The agenda suite is like perfect. I don't know. It's tough. I think Swordsman is a great include, especially right now. I want to build, I think I want to like dive in. Maybe Monday what we'll do is I'll start the show by building my own Potential Unleashed deck, or maybe a PE deck even. I think the issue is Jinteki, more so than any other faction I would really say, really depends on their ID abilities, like their entire, you know, if you're playing Wayland, unless you're like Blue Sun, like you can survive and scrap a game together without your ID ability. Jinteki, like your deck's primary purpose is usually built around your deck ability. Cortex could be something different. It's just another cheap AP. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I love this card though. I think this card's cool as shit. Yeah, that's why, I'm pretty sure that's why this deck runs 2 targeted marketings. Because it's also just good for what ails you, because you say Levy or Film Critic or whatever breaker they don't have down yet. I love this card too. One of these days, I'll score a Phlotic Entanglement. One thing that I have noticed with Potential Unleashed is victory usually hinges on whether or not I, as the corp, get a House of Knives scored. The House of Knives pressure both in keeping people from running, so I have more time to set up, and like the damage, the 6 cards that it mills over the course of the game is not insignificant. But yeah. Everyone, as always, thank you very much for watching and taking time out of your day to come hang out with me and watch me play a couple games. I always appreciate it, and until we see you all again, always be running.